God, that is noisy. Oh, you again. Hey, right, okay, this is Phasmophobia. As you can see, they're having their evil rabbit cult event, except this looks more like a capybara, but anyway, happy Easter. Alright, so yeah, that's the whole point of this, is the whole Easter event. So yeah, there's different themes to different rooms, or maps. Okay. I know I've probably been doing a little too much Tanglewood since they got that update, but this one now has the decoration to it. You know, let's do a normal map. Let's check out Willow Street and see what the evil bunny cult has decided to do to this map. Also, those chimes are getting annoying because they are incessant. Game? Shooters? Okay.
Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Great. Okay, driving rainstorm. Alright, that's always good. Okay, so obviously we're doing more Phasmo today because I don't have anything to review. It's going to be a little bit weather decided to be a little on the fire danger side, so let's try to avoid being in a position where I can be blamed for crap. Well, why don't you just smoke your cigars inside your apartment? Because that's not allowed. If they do that, my rent goes up to another $2,000. So I think I'll avoid doing that. Anywho, we're back here. Okay, Baker's in the garage. I'm going to just do my standard issue of taking my night vision goggles, sticking a camera inside the house, getting the power turned on, and then figuring out where the ghost room is. And it's been kind of weird. It's almost like the ghost knows that it's going to be on YouTube, so it starts getting like real jumpy, real antsy. And it starts jumping out of the woodwork. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so this is kind of a thing. Every time you turn the heat on, or you turn the power on, you have to wait for the heat to come up. If it's raining or snowing outside, it's automatically going to be... Oh god, there's a bunny inside the fucking thing. Okay, it's automatically going to be cooler than what it normally would be. So you need to give it a couple minutes. It usually comes up to about 60-ish degrees, 60, 70. So that's going to be kind of like your baseline of how you know when you've got actual cold temperatures. Let's go ahead and grab one of these and just get that in there. Whoop. Okay. Okay, hallway ghost. That's fine. Okay. And we have orbs. Okay, so here's the thing about orbs. Every time you get orbs on the video camera, you need to be very careful in your presumptions because you don't know if it's a legitimate orb or not. The mimic is not really portrayed as accurate to what a mimic is supposed to be. In this game, a mimic ends up mimicking other ghosts, which means they can generate fake orbs. That's down there. I'm gonna go ahead and stick some dots in there. And just be on the safe side, I'm gonna go ahead and take another microphone, put it at the end of the hallway, after the ghost settles down a little bit. Spooky's getting a little antsy. Also, the fact that there's those jars of fireflies in there kind of messes with the whole light situation. Okay, let's go. Oh, forgot the EMF, okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy. So sanity is still pretty good. Still fairly early. Okay, we got orbs, we got a picture of the bone. I don't know if there's going to be a cursed relic in this one. Usually there's a cursed object, sometimes not though. But we've already found the bone. Okay, let's... Ah, okay. So that's how that works. Okay, I always wondered why the third tier ended up being more special than the other tiers. If you hit your right mouse button, don't ask me what that is on controller, it changes the configuration of the microphones. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get a second camera, as it just moves something at the end of the hallway. So I'm gonna stick this one further in, specifically to check out the bric-a-brac down the end of the hall. Also take the book. Okay, so we know that there's activity this way. Yeah, pretty consistent orb this way. That's so strange. Only shows up on one camera, which tells me it's probably further in front of, it's more likely in front of, yeah, the dresser thing, cadenza, whatever the fuck this thing is. Okay. Don't necessarily think I need to have another dots in there, but we are going to go ahead and take a cross and stick that down. I get another temperature reading because it gets cold, but it's not sub-freezing yet. So here's the thing, we end up checking out the Mimic. Spirit box, ultraviolet, and freezing temperatures. So if we have ghost orbs and freezing temperatures, it doesn't completely rule out a Mimic, but it does narrow things down a bit. Mimics are hands down the most irritating pain in the ass in this game. Okay, had a sneaking suspicion it was going to be freezing temperature because, like, you walk in and you immediately see your breath. I confirmed that right there. Okay, so if we don't get spirit box or ultraviolet, we're going to do an ultraviolet test next. Have to replace this down. And a motion sensor. Make a little bit more efficient use of our time here. Always like to keep a light on the front so I know when or not the power's gone off. Okay, so now we're getting orbs on both cameras. Okay, camera. Take our salt and our UV flashlight. Time to make a mess. Okay, and that gives us ultraviolet. So we can tentatively say a Hantu, but spirit box. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fuck around with the spirit box, and if we get spirit box, that's immediately going to tell us that those are fake orbs, and we got a mimic. Hello? Are you here? Where are you? Do you know the side-eye guy? Where are you? Mimic. Alright, I was right. Those are fake orbs. It's a mimic. Okay. Kinda wanna see if we can get a little bit more video footage. The only problem is, I gotta take that motion detector out of there because that will trigger the thing every time. If you get multiples of the same thing, you only get paid for the first one. Oh, damn it. Yeah, motion sensor, first one, $5. Second one, 1. So we get rid of that. And from there... Okay. Don't need the UV flashlight. Go ahead and take trusty Zippo and lantern. We'll see if we can get a picture of this getting blown out after we retrieve the motion sensor. Little stinker likes turning the lights on. Now, the whole thing about the mimic in the game is that it mimics other ghosts. An actual mimic, or supposedly actual mimic, is going to mimic a person. It's one of those things like, you're sitting at home and one of your family members walks by. And you can see them walk by, like they're walking to the bathroom or something. And they call at you down the hallway because they're actually still in the room. Okay, so all I gotta do is just sit here, chill a little bit, hopefully let it blow out the firelight. already know it's a mimic. So we're just trying to see if we can maybe get a little bit more oomph out of this. Of course, I figured out what he is. Now he's not going to do anything. Or... Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, snuffed out the flame. Alright, we're good. That's right, the headset. Okay. Okay, Sandy. Okay, I can't think of anything else I want to do. I could try to get some noises. Problem is, this thing is very finicky to use. Yeah. The trusted name, Boney. This thing's a little finicky to use, and it's neat that they had that, but at the same time, it's just I don't particularly like using it. And the parabolic. Occasionally, this thing will make you crap yourself. So I think I'm good with calling it a mimic, getting what we got and wrapping it up. I did put a mimic, right? Oh, crap.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Damn! 1490. Of course, hollow events, so it adds an additional 2x multiplier. Alright. Oh, I do not like the bone chips. I especially do not like this damn thing. Especially because this time around it's like actually a freaking demon bunny. Last time it was like this big spooky creepy ass tree. This time this is so much worse. I'm sorry. I have a little bit of a history of rabbits in Call of the Wild, so you know they tend to infest every freaking map. So yeah, I've kind of started a little bit of a war against bunnies. I can hear it, just all the everything's creaking. Well, anyway. Always good to go out on a win, so we're going to go ahead and call it and wrap it up there. Yeah. I can't think of anything else I want to say other than, Cigar Reviews will be returning eventually. It's been one of those things that, you know, it's like we've got a little bit of a higher fire danger because it was really, really dry this season. Not to mention weirdly hot. So winter season was really dry. Everything's like, well, looking kind of like this stuff. So the last thing we want is one stray ash, or having the possibility to be blamed for a stray ash, starting a field fire or something like that. Which kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I smoke usually on concrete, but anyway, and it's not a big deal. I do my reviews out in the middle of nowhere. Anywho, that's, yeah. I need to get to the point where I can actually find some new interesting stuff to review. That's kind of a thing. It's like, the whole thing with cigar reviews is the fact that there's a reason why certain brands are popular for over 100 years. It's because they are consistent. They don't change. You know, the punch you had in 1910 is going to taste exactly the same as the punch you had in 2010. So that's actually a good thing. That's what you're looking for in a good cigar, right? So, unfortunately, if you're here for the cigar reviews, you're going to get a lot more video game videos. And if you're here for the video game videos, well, there's going to be a lot of Phasmo. Unless I can think of something else to pad out this review time. Also, I need to smoke down the actual stock I've got, because I've still got, like, way too many. That's just, like, overflowing. So, yeah. Hasn't really been much opportunity to have a nice cigar, not to mention the fact that it's kind of just a pain in the butt to do it around here because you can't smoke in the apartments, otherwise they raise your rent, and yeah, just listen to me complain, bone, and bitch, and will. Yeah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out how to get this bastard out of here, and yeah, that said, if you like this video or other video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know exactly how creepy this little shit actually is. I do not like you. I do not like you staring at me. Yeah. All of Team China for a single round of birdshot. Anywho, I'm getting out of here. That's pretty much all I've got for this one. I will see you all next time.